guys, a lot of you have been requesting recipes without eggs or recipes that are vegan. So today I thought I would share with you a vegan chocolate chip cookie recipe because chocolate chip cookies are one of my favorite desserts. This recipe is really easy to put together. It doesn't require any kind of weird ingredients, so probably you most likely have these ingredients on hand already. It's basically my favorite chocolate chip cookie recipe, but with some slight modifications to make them egg-free and vegan. And these are just as chewy and soft and delicious as regular chocolate chip cookies. In fact, your friends will probably not even be able to tell the difference. So I hope you like this recipe as much as I do. And before we get started, I just want to remind you that the full printable recipe will be available on my blog at hotchocolatehits.com with all the tips and techniques that are necessary to make it. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. Begin by chopping 150 to 200 grams or 6 to 8 ounces of chocolate, depending on how much chocolate you like. I use dark chocolate, around 50% cacao solids, and what you're looking to attain are bite-sized chunks, and then you can set that aside. Next, to a bowl, add in 100 grams or a half cup of coconut oil. Unrefined coconut oil will give you a coconutty flavor, so if you don't like that, you can use refined coconut oil. I've also tried this recipe with olive oil, and it works fine, but you can taste the olive oil slightly. Now, I like coconut oil because its texture is the closest to real butter, but feel free to use vegan butter if it's available. Just melt the coconut oil. I do this in the microwave, stirring after every 30 seconds or so, or until it's smooth. Now to your melted coconut oil, add in 50 grams or a quarter cup of granulated sugar, followed by 100 grams or a half cup of packed brown sugar. Just blend the ingredients together. This balance of sugars ensures that you'll have a nice, crisp exterior and a soft, chewy interior. If you're interested in the scientific aspects, you can read more about that on the blog post. Now here comes the egg replacement. This is 60 ml or a quarter cup of non-dairy milk. I like vanilla soy or almond. You can also use regular milk if you're not vegan. Also tip in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. The mixture should be fairly thin, but don't worry, it will come together when you add the rest of the ingredients. Now I have here 190 grams or a cup and a quarter cup of all-purpose flour, to which I'm adding in half a teaspoon of baking soda and half a teaspoon of salt. Gently combine those ingredients together, then tip them into the wet ingredients, stirring until smooth. Note that the mixture will still resemble more of a batter than a dough, but just trust me. Now finally, stir in your chocolate chunks. If you like, you can also throw in some chopped nuts, such as pecans, walnuts, or peanuts, but I'm keeping these cookies extra simple today. Now is the most important step. To ensure that your cookies will obtain the right shape and texture. You need to chill the dough for at least 2 hours, or even better, overnight, till the mixture is nice and solid. This will help the deep caramel flavors of the cookie dough become more pronounced and will also transform the batter into a dough. If the mixture is too firm out of the fridge, just let it sit for a few minutes till you can scoop out mounds of the dough. I like to do 1.5 tablespoon size mounds, and then I just form that into a ball with my fingers, making sure that some of the chocolate is peeking out. Now the reason you use chilled dough is also because it makes it a whole lot easier to form into a ball. Then place those on a parchment-lined baking sheet. Very important to use parchment paper. This will also help the cookies bake properly. Bake the cookies at 180 degrees Celsius for 9 to 10 minutes or until the edges are golden but the center is still soft. They will firm up as they cool. Sprinkle the tops with some flaky sea salt for a bolder finish. Now, I usually try one right out of the oven when they're nice and gooey, but ideally you should let them cool slightly, and after around 10 minutes you should easily be able to transfer them to a wire rack or enjoy them warm. The best part is, these don't taste any different from a regular chocolate chip cookie. There are puddles of chocolate amid a crisp, chewy exterior that merge beautifully to produce a sinfully delicious cookie that will have you come back for seconds and thirds. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make this vegan chocolate chip cookie recipe, and I highly encourage you to give it a try whether or not you are vegan. It's now become one of my firm favorites and it's so easily customizable. So if you do give it a try, let me know how it turns out in the comments down below, or you can post a photo on your Instagram and tag me. I'm at Hot Chocolate Hits, or on Facebook, also at Hot Chocolate Hits. And if you have any suggestions for what you would like to see me make in the future, do let me know, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.